Hello YouTube, this is the College Entrepreneur. My name is Derek and today I'm going to be giving you the last lesson in this series on selling sneakers on Instagram. So today we are going to be talking about completing the sale. You've already posted your ad and you've found somebody who wants to buy your shoes. What you are going to do is you're going to send this person a PayPal invoice. Now, in this PayPal invoice, it's going to be sent to his email address. If you're anywhere familiar with PayPal, then you know how this works. But basically, you send them an invoice to their PayPal email address, and you want to include your terms, and then you're going to ship the item using USPS priority mail with insurance and tracking. Now, I say you need to add insurance because if in the case that the buyer claims they never received the item, you can contact USPS, and if the tracking shows that the item is delivered, then you will win any possible instances with PayPal trying to give the buyer their money back. The reason I say add insurance is because if USPS does in fact lose the shipment or they damage it, then they will insure. So make sure you include the value and give full insurance. Now I want to talk about the terms of your sale. So what you need to do is when you send your invoice, you need to include these terms. This is very important because this protects you as the buyer if in the case that the buyer tries to file a claim with PayPal. Now you need to include, these are just usually what I include, but you need to make clear that the item is going to be shipped once the payment is received. You need to state how the item will be shipped and state that you will upload the tracking number via USPS priority mail. You also need to state that once the shoes are received, they cannot be returned unless they are not as described. Now, you can also add a note in here. Just feel free to contact me. I'm willing to work with you as a seller because you want to make yourself sound personable. You don't want to just plop a bunch of terms on there, but you also want to protect yourself. You want to state that the shoes must be received in original condition before the refund is given. Now this is important because what if they try to send you an empty box with different shoes or no shoes? And they try to get a refund. Personally, I have never had this happen, and I've never heard of this happening, but there is potential, so you must protect yourself. Now, also add a note in there, by paying this invoice, you are agreeing to my terms as the seller. This basically says, okay, they're paying, they understand the terms, and they're willing to agree. So if in the case that they try to get a refund or they file a dispute with PayPal, you're going to be protected as the seller. Now, PayPal disputes suck. If you've ever been through a PayPal dispute, it takes forever, and they might initially give the money to the buyer but then refund it a couple months later. I've had that happen to me. And you know, it just sucks. So you want to try to talk to the guy, see if the guy's legit. If you have any doubts that the guy's legit, just don't sell to him. It's not worth it. But honestly, I haven't gotten into a dispute in over a year and a half regarding this issue. As long as you make your terms clear, then really there's not much that can happen. And usually people that buy sneakers on Instagram usually are honest people. I mean, obviously there are some scammers, but usually they are honest people. But this will protect you, so make sure you include all of these details. Once you decide to ship the shoes, you want to upload your tracking number to the PayPal transaction. This is important because it gives PayPal documented information that you actually sent the shoes. Just answer a friendly message to the buyer. Hey, your shoes are on the way. Da 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 da. Now, if there are any problems, you want to refer to PayPal to talk to this guy, because then PayPal will document any messages sent back and forth if in fact a dispute is opened. But in general, usually people are going to be stoked to have their shoes. They're going to be fine with paying you, etc., etc. Now there's one more thing I want to address, and sometimes people will pay with an e-check. They might do this on purpose, they might do this on accident. Basically what happens when they pay with an e-check is it says they paid on PayPal, but what's happening is they're transferring money from their connected bank account, and that money is being transferred over to their PayPal. Now this is you have to be very careful when dealing with e-checks. Do not ship the shoes out until the funds are in your account, because I've had somebody buy shoes from me who used an e-check, and I didn't ship the shoes out because I knew I'm not going to ship. I told the guy in my terms, I'm not shipping these shoes out until I receive your payment. It might say on his end that he has sent the payment, but I have not received it because it's an e-check. What happened was this e-check kept bouncing, and eventually the guy wasn't able to pay because he didn't have enough money in his account or whatever. So I just canceled the transaction. This is important because if you send the shoes but you don't have the money, then you can just get screwed over because the check might bounce. So that's just something to keep in mind. Anyways, my name is Derek. That's all I have for you. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. Like this video if I was of any help to you.